So we're really doing this. We're really using someone's death to your advantage for a video to get someone cancelled. How very interesting. It's not like someone's done that before with the same person, trying to cancel the very same person. Very ironic, isn't it? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am, of course, talking about the Ethan versus Keemstar situation. Now, everyone knows that Keemstar isn't very liked. He's done a lot of shitty things in the past. Yes, I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell you, try to defend him and shit like that. The things that he's done, shitty. So obviously, Ethan and Keemstar, of course, hating each other, having beef, and Ethan apparently having enough of Keemstar, decided to make a video, at least 40 minutes long, and good lord, it's something. It's something. Now, I don't want to focus on a lot of aspects on the video. I just want to focus on two things that are big and really shows how much of a shitty person Ethan is. And, you can call Keemstar a shitty person. And I was thinking, you shouldn't really do that, but whatever, You can call him a shitty person, that's fine. I can call Ethan a shitty person, that's also fine, because Ethan has done a lot of shitty things in the past, and now he's done shitty things again in this video. But regardless, though, he made a somewhat of an exposed video, and what I mean by exposed video is that he just talked about points that we already know, that being him calling, Keemstar calling, someone a pedophile, falsely accusing them, sending them into a pit of doom and death with all of his fans and shit like that. And then he talks about, Keemstar doxing, and, to give my 2 cents on that, I'm not a big fan of doxing. In fact, I disagree with doxing as a whole. If you think doxing someone is, justice, I think you're fucking retard, I'm not gonna lie. So Keemstar doing that, garbage. But also, people are trying to, dox Keemstar as well. It's like, do you honestly think that's justice? Like, no, it's not, like, you're being as shitty as him, alright? Like, you're being no better than him. And then, of course, he talks about Etika. And when I mean he talks about Etika, he spends around 15 to 20 minutes talking about Etika, insinuating that Keemstar killed Etika, which is completely shitty, but I'll talk about that later. And then at the end of the video, Ethan addresses Keemstar's accusation against him that, he was, stealing money from Payday 2, which, of course, Payday 2 made a DLC for the sole purpose for Ethan to pay off the lawsuit that he was going through. You know what's really funny, though? You know what's extremely funny? The whole reason why Ethan made this goddamn video is because of that accusation. And yet, that segment, that entire point, was given 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes at least, and it was placed at the end of the goddamn video. How fucking pathetic. Of course, Ethan had to put the video at the end to try to incite, anger and rage with the viewers and shit like that. But, Ethan did that. Ethan successfully incited rage and anger, but not in the way that Ethan thought it would go. There's also one thing that Ethan did that's also shitty, which I'll talk about later on in the video. He went after Keemstar's sponsors. Can you imagine that? How completely shitty of him. Amazing. Amazing that someone could think, hey, let's go ahead and try to ruin him financially. That's justice right there. There you go. So that was basically 40 minutes of Ethan's video compiled down to like 4 or 5 minutes, depending on the final edit. But here's the deal, though. The reason why I'm making this video, because of two things. Two major things that are very significant and just shows how much of a shitty person, again, Ethan is. So let's talk about the first point. And the first point that I think is really big and, again, extremely shitty of Ethan to do is bring up Etika's death, right? And the sole purpose of him bringing up Etika's death is to insinuate, to heavily imply that Keemstar was the one that killed Etika. And I find that extremely ironic as well, because I've already made at least 2 videos in the past talking about how Too Mad did the exact same thing and how I completely disagreed with him. And, it's a damn shame seeing it being done again, right? someone using Etika's death to try to push an agenda. The agenda of trying to cancel Keemstar. For a lot of people, including myself, that left a very sour taste. And actually, I've been watching some YouTubers as well talk about this entire situation, and they've all been saying the same thing, right? Like, they've always been bringing up the same point, that, you know, talking about Etika's death left a very sour taste in their mouth, and then also attacking Keemstar's, you know, sponsors, also done in bad taste. But you know what's really funny, though, ladies and gentlemen, that I've noticed, is, you know, whenever I'm reading the comments, I don't really see a lot of people talking about Etika when it comes to shitting on Keemstar, right? Like, they've always, you know, the stuff that they're usually talking about is either, you know, the pedophile accusations that he made against that streamer, or, you know, the doxing situation. You know, they always talk about that, but I haven't seen a lot of comments talking about the Etika point. And I think I have two reasons why that is. It's because, number one, the people watching the video didn't get to that point. They're already enraged. They're already satisfied with, you know, with what Ethan said, with what Keemstar has done in the past, even though it's already been talked about. It's basically already been done with, but regardless, though, whatever. People keep bringing it up. It doesn't even fucking matter anymore. Or two, and I think this could be it as well, they watched the entire video and basically pretended that he never talked about Etika in the first place. Because they fucking know that bringing up Etika in this entire situation was a complete shitty move on fucking Ethan's part. Alright, it was just like, there's no excuse. There is no fucking excuse for this. Like, to try to pin this on Keemstar, I think, again, is so disgusting. So disgusting on Ethan's part. You know, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So that was the Etika situation. Now let's talk about the thing that really will fuck us all in the ass later down the road, and that is Ethan attacking Keemstar's sponsors. So let's ask a very basic question. Was Ethan successful in getting G Fuel to drop Keemstar? The answer, yes. How was this accomplished? When Ethan continued to mention how it's kind of odd for G Fuel to, you know, continue their support of Keemstar even though of the shitty actions that he took, the fans, of course the fans, you know, who else? The fans hating Keemstar and being ignited with, you know, righteous rage, went to G Fuel and spammed them, you know, saying, you know, drop Keemstar, don't support this roach and shit like that. And, you know, G Fuel, they caved in. Those motherfuckers, they caved in. So, you know, even though they've been sponsoring Keemstar for a very long time, they're like, you know what? I think it's time to let you go, buddy. Sorry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Klein has ushered a new era, a new warfare tactic to YouTube. One that will be extremely devastating, so devastating that it'll be as awful as the adpocalypse when it first hit. Because here is the deal, ladies and gentlemen. What he basically done was to teach the young children of YouTube that if you don't like a person, you don't like a person because of the shit they've done in the past, don't try to go to them. Go to their supporters. Go fuck with their sponsors. And admittedly, that's a pretty smart tactic, because if you attack the finances, you know, it's only a matter of time before you starve someone. But even though it's a smart tactic, it doesn't mean it's not a shitty tactic. It is a scumbag tactic to go to someone's sponsor and then tell him, hey, drop this guy. This man is a beast. You can't be sponsoring him. Stop sponsoring him, motherfucker. So unfortunately, Keemstar was the first one to be attacked with this new tactic, and also, unfortunately, he will not be the last. I guarantee you he's not going to be the last YouTuber that will be hit with this. Other YouTubers, again, other YouTubers will look at this great success and Ethan's victorious battle and say, that tactic is very successful. Let me also implement it on this YouTuber. And I guarantee you, you know, without a doubt, later down the road, maybe from, you know, maybe a week from now, maybe a month from now, you'll see other YouTubers attacking them the very same way Ethan has done, by going directly to the sponsors. And holy mother of Christ, we're going to see a lot of people lose their goddamn minds. And who is to blame? I'll leave that up to you. But in the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this video that Ethan made, this content nuke that he made on Keemstar, just shows how shitty of a person Ethan is. It shows how far he is willing to go to essentially cancel someone by using someone's death, using someone we all loved as a pawn, as a goddamn tool to take down Keemstar. What a fucking joke. And of course, let's not forget Ethan attacking Keemstar's sponsors. Another shitty tactic. And again, if you want to call Keemstar a shitty person, by all means, go for it. He's done shitty things, and you think that him doing shitty things makes him a shitty person, that's fine. I'm not going to disagree with you. For me, personally, I think he is a good person who has done shitty things, and you're going to say that I'm defending Keemstar. No, essentially, I'm making this video to call Ethan a piece of shit for bringing on a new era of death and destruction on this platform, and also using Etika's death. I mean, come on, I feel like it's very ironic. I never expected this to happen. But that would be ignorant of me, because if one person can do it, which was Too Mad, if Too Mad can do it, someone else can. And lo and behold, Ethan did it. Ethan fucking did it. Congratulations, Ethan. You're a goddamn piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. And you, the person who is still watching at this point, I highly doubt it. I guarantee you've already left your comment saying I suck Keemstar's dick. Again, for you, I will have to say, you know, shut the fuck up. But that is all I have to say for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I really do appreciate it. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you are not a judge. I am not a judge. I will not go around and doxing people. I will not go around and trying to tell sponsors to drop someone, because that is extremely shitty. I don't care if the person that is being doxed is considered shitty or a monster. I don't give a single fuck. I am in no position to deal with such things, alright? I am in no position to deal out justice. In fact, you are in no position to deal out justice. You are not a judge. You are in no way, shape, or form the goddamn law. So please, get off your goddamn high horse and stop doing this shit. Alright, like, this has gone far enough. This has gone far enough. Like, it not just Keemstar, just literally everyone else. Anyone else who's done something shitty, you can say they've done shitty things, but to go one step and above and attacking them is just not right. It's just not right. But again, thank you for watching this video. Ethan, the off chance that you're watching this video, which is extremely unlikely, very, 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 very unlikely. This is just me entertaining myself, you know, giving me the little thought that, hey, maybe Ethan Klein will watch my video. But in the off chance that you're watching my video, Ethan Klein, you are a piece of shit.